had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
And now the Lakers starting group. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Bradley in at the 1 spot. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low.
A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both looked up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19. And when you give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
Bounce pass from Beverley. Here's Leonard. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And since he's wide open, he's got time to add a little style with the fadeaway.
McGee, the pass to James. Knocks it loose. Takes it off the glass.
This is where McGee's coaches and teammates want him to shoot from. They know he can do damage in there with his hops.
Bradley against Beverley.
2 minutes remaining.
The pass to George. Shot clock at 6. McGee with the block.
When we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo's subbed in for Avery Bradley. And both free throws good for Paul George.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. He's just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of this 2 shots.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Free throw good from Caldwell Pope. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's the teardrop. That one misses.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Rondo passes to Kuzma. Over Williams. Kuzma can't get it to go. The Clippers trail. Left side Jackson over Rondo. That one rolling around and rims out.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Tries yet again, and it's Howard laying it in.
And you need an army to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Rondo and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. Howard is out there with Morris, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward. Right side, Rondo. Feeds it to Howard. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Harrell.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Here's Kuzma. The Lakers rebound. Tries again. Great D that time from Harrell.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And the Clippers decide to take their first here. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Danny Green, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. James, the pass to Davis. James with it, guarded now by Morris. Shot clock at 3. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Howard, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Tuesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets.
And looking at that Jazz matchup, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Here's Leonard, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the Lakers get called for the foul.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
The first one falls.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. James with a deep three, and that one released in time, but no good. And a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers ahead, up by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy. And then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, they spent a lot of time away from the basket offensively. They need to get in the paint, Ernie. Whether it's running the offense through the low post or on dribble drives, pick and rolls, get into the paint.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. McGee with the block.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Bradley passes to McGee. A lot of player ejections in the playoffs last year. In fact, the highest in 3 decades. Seems like tensions with the officials are still escalating.
Well, yeah, the relationship between the players and the referees, it's always an ongoing process, and it's definitely getting better. But last year we had the highest number of new referees in the history of the NBA. And so you're going to have a growing pains when you have younger guys and understanding the culture of the league. But I like the way that we're going, and some of those rejections were warranted. Some of them weren't. I just look at that year as, that just happened. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to hold players and referees accountable to last season. I think we need a little bit more context before we make a decision on player ejections and flagrants and things like that. Just a little more research.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Lakers. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And checking out the Clippers, sitting in second place.
And right now for the Clippers, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
Yeah, Greg, and early in the year, maybe they were catching some teams by surprise, but now everybody knows how strong they are, and they're still rolling along.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
For the Clippers, Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And the Lakers also making a switch. Howard's checked in. 1:11 left to play here in the third. Morris finds Caldwell Pope, just 5 to shoot. Knocked away. Leonard with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Jackson has the open look. Off target from outside. The Lakers trail. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Markieff Morris. Rondo scanning the floor. Kuzma outside. Right side Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Jackson. And that one comes up a bit short.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Rondo against Jackson. Pass to Kuzma. Can they get it? And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Wow, he's such an active guy, Kev. It's hard to guard Kuzma and not foul him sometimes.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
Coming out of high school, Kuzma was a very raw player, but his development was fast and furious at the college level, and he continued to get better once he entered the NBA.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Boy, they would have loved to grab the lead there, but you can't make them all.
Now Leonard from deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
And when Kuzma is motivated on defense, it helps big time. He needs to be more consistent on this end, though.
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of...
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Oh, yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Bradley. Then there's Howard. And it's Caruso in at the 2. And LeBron throws it down.
And James shows no mercy on his drives to the rim. Vicious at penetrating inside.
Jackson against Bradley. Jackson with the bounce pass. Pulls up on the elbow. And it's Leonard missing. And it's Bradley with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. A 2-point game. Kuzma passes to Bradley. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And here's George for 3. LeBron grabs the miss. Lakers shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Kuzma kicks to James. Passes to Caruso.
2 minutes remaining.
Back to James. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Excellent D from Howard. A three from Bradley. That one, no good. Clippers have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Shamet the pass to Harrell. Can't get it to fall. The Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. There's the pass to Caruso. Outside Bradley. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the tray. Bradley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
So wise in these spots. When Bradley's team needs a bucket, he loves being the one to take it.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 5. 1:03 left here in the fourth quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
From deep, Green. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
GA, this is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Leonard against James. It's George on the wing over Green. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Bradley with the ball. And so the Lakers take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.